Welcome to Gwen's Twisted Limbs Yoga. Today you'll need a chair and a blanket. So it'll be the art of folding with your blanket. So take your time. You can start low with the blanket, or you can give it a fold. And then come into fetal position. Your feet close to the chair. Lower arm underneath the head, and then roll onto your back slowly. Place your calves onto the chair. And then feel for a moment how comfortable you are on your mat. How comfortable the calves are placed on the chair. Give the toes a little wriggle. And then come all the way up to the blanket underneath the back of the skull. Have it close to the shoulders, but not underneath the shoulders, so that the shoulders can come downward into the floor. And if you need to give it another fold, if your chin's hiked up to the ceiling, give it another fold so that it's a little thicker underneath the back of your skull. And then go ahead and close those beautiful eyes and have the arms out by your side. Maybe knuckles heavy. Give the toes a little wriggle. And then just surrender and soften. Feel how much the feet can relax. All the way to the knees. And feel from the knees down into the hips, the back of the pelvis. So we're here for a beautiful restorative with a splash of somatics involved here, that soma. So that the eyes are closed and we can witness from the inside out our bodies, the soma. And notice what that feels like in this moment, each breath. Can you relax just a little bit more through the shoulders? Are they hiking up? Can you relax a little bit more through the legs? Give the back of the skull a light little rock, like you're nestling the back of the skull into a little nest. We'll bring a little subtle movement into our breath now. So on your next inhale, feel the arms lift upward. Inhale nice and full and deep. Interlace the fingers. Exhale. A beautiful inhale as one elbow comes downward. Breathing fully all the way through and all the way over to the other side. Never has to tap. Breathing full and deep through that center. And nice and full and deep all the way down as the elbow comes down. Feel that breath as you pass through that center line. A little tap. Maybe. Have some fun as you fill up and then you empty. Pause with the elbow on one side. Let's come in a circular motion through the breath now, all the way up and over to the other side in a circular motion. Breathing full and deep up one side, and follow that exhale all the way down as you empty the lungs. And then go the other direction. Notice the circling in the shoulders. What does that feel like? From shoulder all the way over to the other shoulder. And one more beautiful breath like this. Undo the fingers and let them roll around the wrist. And feel and sense the space between the fingers. And then the other direction. Let the arms gently float down to the floor, to your support. And roll the knuckles heavy on the floor so the palms feel like they're faced upward in an under-efforted motion. A deep inhale there. Deep exhale. Notice from shoulder to shoulder that the soma, like a soma scan now from that internal environment, has it shifted? From your vantage point with the eyes closed, can you feel through the arms to the shoulders, from one shoulder to the other? Maybe you can feel all the way through the neck, to the jaw, to the weight of the back of the skull coming down into the cushion. Feel that next deep inhale coming in through the nostrils to the center of the brain, filling it up like two streams of cool light. And as you exhale, soften, soften, soften all that effort. Give the right toes, just the right toes, a little wriggle. And then go ahead now and drag the heel towards you so that the heel is hanging out on the front of the chair. Take one hand to the knee, probably the right one, and open up the knee like you're opening up a little cupboard, a hinge. And then you're closing. Just a light little bit of movement here, opening up and then closing. Notice on the floor this movement. Can you feel the hip moving on the floor, a little friction? We don't want to go to the point of stretch. So feel this under effortlessness. Say that 10 times. So if there was a goal here, we'd want to feel a 3.5 out of 10. And then pause there. Interlace right behind the knee and draw that thigh into the belly. If this is not available and you have a strap close by, go ahead and fold it a few times. Your strap can be a scarf, piece of clothing. You can feed it right behind the knee, thumbs in the direction of each other. Calf will rest. Shoulders down, elbows down towards the floor. Wherever you are, soften this effort. And notice what you notice. So feel the knee, that right knee. Let it come wherever it will fall outward 2. So maybe it comes a little closer to the outer edge of the rib cage. Feel the right toes and give them a little bit of movement forward and back. Nice and slow, like you're moving in slow motion, like the second hand of a clock. And then rest that effort. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Now circle those right toes in one direction. And then the other direction in a smooth, continuous, fluid motion. Pause. Take a deep breath as you relax and soften. From here, drag the other leg that's on the chair, the left leg, and drag it to the right of the chair. Take that right leg up and cross it over. So it feels like the right knee is almost right over that left knee. And then notice what you notice as the legs cross over. The right is closer to you, your belly. Feel the outer hips. Notice the weight coming down into the floor. Relax through the jaw in this restorative pose. The shoulders will relax down more. And the arms can come outward. Now go ahead and take your right arm up towards like a T, out from the shoulder. Bend the elbow so that the knuckles now are on the floor in a cactus shape. You can drag them up from there on the floor, just above the crown maybe, and then relax that effort. Feel through the arm to the shoulder, all the way down through that right side to the hip. So bringing subtle movement into a restorative pose just like this. Go ahead and drag the elbow downward and reach out through the arm. From there, drag it back to the start. Hit the pause button. Take a deep breath. And Other side. Let the left arm drag up to a T. Bend the elbow and drag the knuckles to a cactus shape. Maybe drag it up above the crown and then pause. Take a deep breath. Exhale it all out. Drag the knuckles down. Reach it out to a T. coming back the same way we went in. Drag it down to start. Feel and sense the body in this shape as you breathe. Go ahead and take the hands into that front leg and cross it over as you drag the left over back, over home to the left side. The right ankle will be placed right about below that left knee as you spin the foot around the ankle. You can have the right hand in the inner leg of that right leg is an option. Or you can have the arms out by your side. And then the other direction. And then relax into this shape. Feel the back of both hips and notice how you feel. Go ahead and drag the arms up into a T. Take a breath. Cactus the arms by dragging the the knuckles up, and then maybe drag them into a diamond shape above the crown. Take a breath wherever you find yourself and notice how you feel. One more breath there. Then drag the elbows down. Come to that T. And then all the way back down to start. Take a deep breath. Two more. Go ahead and take that right leg into the belly for you, a little squeeze, and release it onto the chair. Feel the back of the pelvis all the way up to the shoulders, to the back of the skull. Give the toes a little wriggle. And let's come on over to the other side. By dragging the left heel towards you, let it hang out on the edge of the chair. Take that left hand to the knee and feel the hinge, like you're opening it up. It might even be a creaky cupboard, or maybe it's like the Tin Man. It starts off a little slow, a little bumpy, and then all of a sudden that synovial fluid feels like you've oiled up that hinge. And two more just like that. Let this one be the last one. If you have your strap close by or interlace behind the knee, draw it towards the belly through the weight of the shoulders without muscling it. So in an under-efforted way here, go ahead and let the left toes move forward and back. A light little forward and back. And then feel a circular motion with those toes. And then the other direction. relax that effort. Take a deep breath. From here, go ahead and drag the right leg over to the left side of the chair. Like a yawn, reach out through that left leg and place it right over the right. Arms down by your side as you witness from the inside out. The outer hips gently coming outward as the knees come inward. What does that feel like in your body tonight or on this beautiful day? Relax through the jaw a little more. The shoulders, the legs. And then go ahead and drag the left arm up. Bend that elbow as you drag the knuckles. Reach up and hit the pause button. Take a deep breath right there. Feel the shape that you're now in and fill it with breath as you relax into this shape now. Drag that elbow down. Let that arm come out like a T. And then drag it down to start and take a deep breath. Go ahead and move the other arm, the right arm, up like a T. Bend that elbow. Like a yawn, drag it up. Let it rest and relax wherever you find yourself. And notice the shape that you're now in. Feel your breath. Enjoy it. Soften into this a little more. And one more breath. Then go ahead and drag the elbow down. Reach out like a T through that arm and come back to start. Notice what you feel from the inside out once again. And then reach for that left leg. Give it a hug into the belly. Take the right over to the right and place the ankle below that knee. Option to take the left hand, just a light little press into the inner thigh. And then go ahead and take the left toes and circle them. And then the other direction. Then pause. The arms can come down by your side in this shape. Feel the outer hips sink and soften. On your next natural breath, let the arms come up in a T. Bend the elbows. Reach them up. Breathe into wherever shape you find yourself now. And notice hips to shoulders to fingertips. Take a deep breath. Then drag the elbows down. Open up to a T. Drag them down to start and take a breath. Notice the shoulders through the neck to the earlobes, all the way through the torso. One more breath in this shape. Then go ahead and take the arms and give one more hug into that belly. Rest the calves onto the chair. Arms can be knuckles heavy by your side. Let the toes have a little wriggle. And notice how you feel. From here, go ahead and bend up at the knees. Drag the heels to the edge. Take the blanket from underneath the head, give it a fold, and bring it right over to your outer edge of your leg. Bring the outer leg to that blanket and come on in for a twist with the arms out wherever they feel good. Maybe below the shoulders. Give the head a light little rock from one side to the other so you can feel the tipping spot of the back of the skull. And then rest. 3 breaths here. Nose can be towards the knees, to the ceiling, or all the way to the opposite side. Enjoy that next exhale as you pour yourself into this shape. On your next breath, top leg comes up. Rest the calves on the chair. Take your blanket over to the other side. Outer leg comes down. Rest it on the blanket. Feel both legs rest as the arms come outward. Let the back of the skull have a light little rock, a micro movement. And then pause with the nose pointing to the toes, the ceiling, or the opposite way. Take a deep breath and relax for 3 more breaths here. On your next natural breath, come on into your Shavasana. This is where we'll close our practice with the calves right back up on the chair. The hands wherever they feel better. Know that they can come up above the crown, out like a T, or downward. Let yourself rest here. Soften into your meditation, this internal environment. Feel what you've created. And thank you for your practice. Namaste.